Rodeo is a very, very unique sport in that not only are you as an athlete trying to prepare and compete, but you also have an animal to take care of that's a big part of your team. You can't do it without them. As far as being in the rodeo club, you get to preserve the whole Western heritage thing and still get to have a lot of fun. There's just so much that goes into it, and it's so unique.
There's lots of events. For college rodeo, there's, I'm going to have to count them off of my fingers here. There's bareback riding's first, then breakaway roping, then calf roping. Breakaway roping's a women's event, barebacks and calf roping are men's events. Then you've got saddle broncs, another men's event, and then it goes to team roping, which is a men and women's event, goat tying, which is a women's event, steer wrestling, which is a men's event, barrel racing, which is a women's event, and then lastly is bull riding, which is a men's event.
Well, in college rodeo, it's kind of special. We have a fall season and a spring season. So the fall season starts the first weekend in September, gets over mid-October, and the spring season actually starts the first weekend in April, and it ends on finals week. And so we're actually having the UNL's college rodeo is April 17th and 18th, and we're going to have a student section, $5 student tickets, so you can come cheer on your Husker rodeo team just like you cheer on the football team.
Important part of Nebraska. There's a lot of rodeos in Nebraska, and it's an important part just for the state with the ranches and the amount of agriculture that we have in this state. To have the sport that goes along with it is very important.
There's a lot of challenges in rodeo, kind of like what I was saying earlier. In a lot of sports, you just have to focus on your own athletic talent and working hard and becoming the best you can possibly be, and that's true in rodeo too. However, there's the whole other aspect of the animals, the stock, the ground. There's so many variables that after you get to a certain level, everybody's about the same level of competitiveness, but it just happens to be luck of the draw that day, who drew the best spot, who drew the best calf, whose horse is working right. And so that's what makes rodeo a little different, because there's that competitive pressure. However, at the same time, everybody knows what it takes to get to the spot that we're at, and so when everything finally goes right for somebody, we're all just as excited for them as they are for themselves.
Well, doing chores in the winter isn't very much fun. There's no electricity out at the rodeo grounds, and so you got to break ice and haul water in buckets, and just the cold animals really don't want to work, so we got to make sure that they're getting everything that they need, and just the ice is the big thing, making sure the animals have enough water.
In this sport, if you're not working hard, there's no way you're going to make it. So there's definitely, you have to put in so many hours, not only to improve your own athletic ability, but also to get in sync with your horse.
To travel on the team, you have to have a 2.0 in order to be able to compete. Now, I'd like my grades to be better than that. So in order to keep my own personal grade goals, I have to make sure everything's in order.
Rodeo has been a big part, shaped me into who I am. Ever since I was really little, I'd go out and my dad would help teach me how to rope, and my mom would spend hours helping me. And, you know, just like what I was saying earlier, the work ethic, the overcoming the struggles, also just meeting the people that help shape you to who you are. It's definitely a huge factor in who I am, and I couldn't be more grateful for it.
We've got our fans who we're trying to put on a good show for. We also have our fans that don't know anything about agriculture. And so this is a good way for us to connect to them and take events that originated from the ranch and bring them to the public in an entertainment type of fashion.